Dave Scott, Hub Media, joined by Leigh from Simcoe Natural Foods. We're not in the kitchen today. We're behind the counter. So she's going to help. I think she worries about me, folks, because she's got all these things that probably would help me out in my
Yeah.
life as I get older. Thank you for taking care of this senior. I appreciate it, Leigh. I noticed in the corner there, magnesium. That's something I like to use. Let's start there.
Yeah, so I do have a variety of things that I find people really get good results with and that we recommend often. And magnesium is probably like number one. There are different types of magnesium available and they can help with different things, but this is the most popular, the bisglycinate.
Yeah. Camprout.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Is the name
we have
brand of
other
that.
we have other brands too, but you want to look for the bisglycinate. So it's bound to glycine, which is an amino acid, and that amino acid is very easy for your body to absorb through your small intestine. So it's very bioavailable, and very gentle too, because some magnesiums can be harsh and can cause digestive upset and even diarrhea.
Yep.
So yeah, this is much less likely to do that, but it's still going to serve your needs like for cardiovascular health, muscle function, metabolism, energy, all those things.
Does magnesium help with inflammation? Just curious.
So it helps because it's like it does help with over 800 different enzymatic processes in your system. So it's very essential. It helps buffer the blood. It helps with energy production. So inflammation, I mean, it's going to help your body make inflammatory compounds, and it's also going to help your body make the ones that relieve inflammation too. So it just depends on what your body needs. It's going to use it for everything.
Do most people get enough magnesium? Like what? I guess it's hard to even know, but I mean, your doctor could probably tell you, I guess, right?
Well, it's hard for them to test your magnesium levels because your blood needs to maintain a certain level at all times because it's essential for heart function and muscle
Yeah.
function. So your body will actually draw on your reserves in your bone tissue and your joint tissue to maintain levels in your blood. So it's difficult to know whether you're deficient, but
I always feel like I get a little giddy up. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
just a little bit more energy on the positive
yeah,
side. Okay.
yeah, it can help with energy, definitely. Sleep too. Like a lot of people get sleep benefits because if you get things like restless legs or Charlie horses, or even just feeling overly stimulated, it's a very calming mineral. So a lot of people use it at the end of the day. And it can help you go have a nice bowel movement in the morning too. So it's a good.
Well, I'm sold. Anyway.
Yeah.
What's Nourishing? Is it Nourishing Waves I see there?
Nourishing Waves. Yeah. So it's an awesome Canadian product, comes in liquid and capsule form. It's made from Atlantic kelp. So everybody's talking about minerals, trace minerals, electrolytes these days, and how essential they are. And there are certain trace minerals that we don't get a lot of in our food here in Ontario. So we live in a goiter belt. So there's no iodine in our soil. There's very little selenium, and those are really important trace minerals for thyroid function. So your thyroid makes specific hormones. It's a master gland. It affects your metabolism and your energy. It affects the growth of your skin, your hair, your nails. So a lot of people will have dry, brittle nails, dry skin, hair loss when they're low in those minerals as well. So that is all in here. Plus they've added silica, which is another mineral, one of the most abundant in your body, and it's part of all of our connective tissue as well. So it strengthens the hair, it strengthens the nails. So that's why they call it Nourishing Waves, because it's nourishing your hair, right?
It's a little late for me to start on that, I guess. So.
Yeah, but it adds those it adds those other benefits for the thyroid. So I really like to focus on that too. Like
as people are aging too, right? Thyroid problems seem to crop up as folks get older, correct?
Definitely. Yeah, like hypothyroidism, just low thyroid function. And if you don't have those elements available in your body to help your thyroid function properly, you're really going to notice And it's safe to take with medication as well. So
Okay.
I look at it as your multivitamin mineral for thyroid support, because it does have the magnesium bisglycinate in it as well. And it's got
Oh,
some B vitamins and vitamin C. So it's a really awesome all-round product. And most people notice within 15 days that their nails are growing, they're stronger, their skin is smoother. So, and a lot of people experience hair loss from stress or post-surgically or after an infection. So it can be very helpful postpartum to hair loss as well. So all of those things are supported by this as well.
that's cool. I didn't know. I hadn't never heard of it. So that's kind of cool. What else you got there? I think you got a couple
Um,
more.
so we have to have a good anti-inflammatory.
Yes.
You know, most of us are experiencing inflammation in some way or another. So this is curcumin. It's an
Human.
extract from the turmeric root. This is our most potent curcumin that we have available. So 1 capsule a day, which is really nice. Some of them on the market are like 4 capsules or more to get similar results. And the BDMC is the active ingredient. I don't know if you can see
Yeah.
that.
What is that?
So it's what they have isolated from the curcumin to find that it actually affects like cytokine production. So those
I don't know what
inflammatory,
cytokine is.
they're like proteins that
Oh,
your
okay,
body
in your body.
produces when you have
Okay.
inflammation.
Yeah.
And normally, if you get an injury or something, you're going to produce them because that's part of the healing process. But when it doesn't go away and it continues, and you have swollen joints and painful, fingers, knee joints, etc., that can be related to it. So this actually lowers the cytokines in your system. And so that's just part of a small picture of part of the scientific evidence that they've got and how it works. But for osteoarthritis, it's amazing as well. So it
Okay.
actually protects the cartilage too in your joints from inflammation. And then it's super potent in antioxidants, which we need for recovery. Like
Yep.
our cells can't heal properly without specific antioxidant protection. So, and all the free radical damage we experience from environmental toxins and stress and just exercise. You produce free radicals when you exercise as well. So it's protecting your body from the effects of all of that free radical damage too. So it's
And
really
it's
amazing.
it's something you can take daily too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people do notice results very quickly with it as well. Within days, usually, it's going to be effective for you.
Cool.
And
That's one I don't take that I probably should address more of, right? It's just one of those things that
yeah,
needs to be thought about.
it does cross the blood-brain barrier too. And I know there's new evidence coming out about, dementia and Alzheimer's preventing inflammation
Oh,
in the
yeah.
brain. So yeah, it's an amazing product from nature. And
It's like you said, it's good for your body. It's not gonna. There's no real side effects. It's just something you need to put in there to help
yeah,
balance everything.
some people can have sensitivity with their stomach, but this one, because it's so minute, like it's a nanoparticulate, so they've broken it down quite a bit. It has a lot less of an impact on your gastrointestinal system.
Okay.
But like whole turmeric powder is quite a large molecule and it's hard to break down and absorb. So,
Oh,
as
for the
people
body.
age, they'll have more trouble absorbing and utilizing it. So this is one of the better ways to get it into your system.
And I'm glad you said as you age. Thank you. I
Yeah.
think that's important though, because it's funny because as you grow up and you don't really need a lot, your vitamins and that's about it. But as you age, you're laying it out there perfectly because you start to see these slight diminishes that you want to eradicate as quickly as possible to be back to your
Yeah.
old self. But you need to maintain that level of both, through what you're saying today, and like what the magnesium is a prime example, because that way you can keep that level of activity. I think
Yeah.
personally, that's the way I
Functionality.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to have as many things that are positive to my body to help keep me active, because you don't want me sitting around doing these all day. Anyway, last one.
Definitely. And so a lot of us do develop digestive issues as well. And so there are lots of ways you can support your digestion with probiotics and enzymes. And we talk with people about that all the time, but one of our favorites is bitters, digestive herbal bitters.
Bitters. Okay.
So this is an old world remedy that, people's great great grandmothers probably made at home years ago. This one's called Galexier. It's a tonic made of multiple bitter herbs. And so you have to taste it. You have to taste that bitter taste because it actually stimulates or triggers the whole entire digestive process from your mouth all the way through the stomach to the
Come
small
on. No
intestine.
way.
Yeah,
Really?
it does.
Okay.
Yes. So it will stimulate salivation. So you have salivary amylase, so you get some enzymes from your mouth. It will stimulate hydrochloric acid production in your stomach, which most of us are really actually low in that, to break down protein. And then it will stimulate your liver and your gallbladder to release bile, to break down the fat
Clean them
in
up,
your
eh?
foods as well. Yeah, so it helps relieve dyspepsia, heartburn, indigestion, bloating, all those sorts of issues. So it's a great place to start, maybe before you get into taking enzymes for specific types of digestion, because it's just an overall tonic and it makes you feel good, like it. And you can't really get the most out of your other things if you're not digesting them properly in the first place. So it all sort of starts there.
And it's not like you need, like, these are 4 great products for folks. So make sure you go see Leigh and Laura at Simcoe Natural Foods. But it's not like you need them every day. But the important part is to recognize what your body's telling you, which can be really hard to do. Like, you don't know, like, why do I feel so tired today? Like, those things that you and I have talked about. And maybe you need more magnesium, or maybe your thyroid is out of whack a little
A little
bit. You need to
sluggish, or your digestion's sluggish and you're not sure why your energy is low. Well, maybe you're not getting what you need out of your food, or it's not moving through as quickly as it should.
How do you break that down? Like, how do you, because of your background and what you do, like, if someone comes in and I just feel tired all the time. So you got to ask the right questions, right?
Yeah,
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, we have to get some background information from people for sure. And always ask, have you been to see your doctor? Have you had a blood test? Have you made sure your iron and your B12 levels are normal? And your thyroid function is healthy as well? And it's surprising how many people say, oh, actually I did get some blood work and I was a little low on this or that, but they said it was okay. And it's like, yeah, you might be on the low end and it's okay, but you don't feel your best.
Right. You're not,
So
you're not being the best person.
Yeah. So then there are little things you can do to maybe give yourself a boost and get things back on track.
You really have to be analytical about your own self-awareness as far as your body and what it needs. And I think, I agree. Like, I just think, probably being a male and stubborn, I waited too long on some of these things, but at least now you're like, okay, if I do a little bit of this, it helps. Right. And it's probably a lot of coaxing by my wonderful wife to say it'll help you. Right. And then finally you realize that it is helping you or making a difference in your daily life. And that's the critical component. So to all you guys out there, go see Leigh and Laura, though. She'll get you straightened away. Your wife's probably right. And you need to start, finding that balance for your body as you age. And even if you're younger, right? Like, I mean, you brought up a lot of good points. In cases of thyroid, I think my sister has an issue with that. So I know that she does stuff, right? So it's not just an old guy thing. There's a lot of young folks that are struggling with those things too.
And it's never too late to get started as
exactly.
well. Yeah. And we all have a lot of stress in our lives, which just takes its toll on our energy and our overall general well-being too. And yeah,
100%. What we should do, maybe down the road, we'll talk about that, because there's probably some cool stuff you guys got that would help with stress too, that I think a lot of people don't really. My advocacy on this is just to get out and exercise and crank the tunes and get away from the world for a minute. Because I think that offers an opportunity.
These things help you keep moving too. You
right,
get out
to do that.
And then you're like, maybe I overdid it. I'm really sore today. So yeah, these things.
Well, you don't run a marathon every time. I told you, just do
No.
a couple kilometers. That's all you need. Come on. Another great show with Leigh from Simcoe Natural Foods. And folks are in Simcoe on the Queensway. Stop by if you need any of these products. Talk to Laura, talk to Leigh. The staff there is fantastic. They're always so helpful. And, do what's right by your body, right? You want people to help themselves, don't you, Leigh?
Of course. Yeah. They come in here. I think they tend to know what they need already. And we just guide them to, tease out a few questions. And it's like, oh, yeah, I have thought about magnesium. I think I'm ready to try that. And yeah, it's going to work for you.
Yeah, it's
You're ready.
what we talked about earlier, right? It's that long-term effect. You want that longevity. So you need to do these things and help your body along. Thanks for doing this. Take care.
Thank you.